In the land of ice and snow lived a little penguin named Pippin. The snow was very white, the sea was very blue. Pippin loved his home, but he was a very curious penguin. He watched the other penguins waddle and slide. They were happy to stay in one place. They loved their cozy homes on the ice. But Pippin was different. He had a big dream. He wanted to see what was beyond the great white plains of Antarctica. He wondered what new things he could find under the deep, dark water. Pippin's dream was a secret he kept in his heart. Every morning he would stand at the very edge of the ice shelf. He would look out at the vast, shimmering ocean. "What is out there?" he would chirp to himself. He imagined colorful fish he had never seen before. He thought about secret caves hidden beneath the waves. His little penguin feet would tap with excitement just thinking about it. While his friends played their usual games, Pippin would be planning his great grand adventure into the unknown. One sunny morning, the air was crisp and cold. Pippin decided today was the day. He gave his mother a quick nuzzle and waddled away from the group. His friends called out, "Pippin, where are you going? The fish are over here!" But Pippin just waved a flipper and kept on waddling. He was looking for something special, something new. He walked farther than any penguin had walked before. The ice sparkled like a million tiny diamonds under the bright sun. He felt a thrill in his little penguin heart. This was the start of his adventure. After a long, exciting walk, Pippin saw something strange. It was a dark shadow under the water, near a tall wall of ice. It looked like a big, dark mouth. He had never seen anything like it before. "A cave?" he chirped with delight. This was exactly the kind of secret place he had dreamed of finding. He took a deep breath, his heart thumping like a drum. He slipped off the ice and into the chilly water, swimming straight towards the mysterious dark opening. He was ready to discover its secrets. Pippin swam into the dark underwater cave. The water was colder here. It was very, very quiet. Sunlight could not reach this deep. The only light came from glowing moss on the cave walls. It made everything look green and spooky. Pippin swam deeper and deeper into the winding tunnel. He felt a little bit scared, but he was also very brave. He wanted to see what was at the end. His curiosity was much bigger than his fear. He paddled his little flippers, pushing forward into the mysterious darkness. Suddenly, the water started to tremble. A low rumble echoed through the cave. It was a deep, booming sound that made Pippin's feathers shake. He stopped swimming and looked around. What was making that noise? The rumbling grew louder and louder. Then from the deepest, darkest part of the cave, two giant glowing eyes opened. They were as big as snowballs. A huge creature was waking up. Pippin had found something in the cave, but it was not treasure. It was a giant sea monster, and it was looking right at him. The monster let out a mighty roar. Roar! The sound was so loud that the whole cave shook. The ice above them cracked and trembled. This was Tremor, the legendary sea monster. All the penguins had heard stories about him, the monster who made the earth shake. Pippin's heart beat fast. He turned around as quickly as he could and started to swim away. Tremor was huge, with big teeth and a long, swishy tail. The monster roared again and began to chase the little penguin through the dark, watery tunnels. Pippin swam for his life. He was small and fast. Tremor was big and clumsy in the narrow cave. Pippin zipped through small gaps in the rock where the monster could not fit. Tremor roared in frustration, making more rocks fall from the ceiling. Pippin dodged the falling stones. He could see a glimmer of light ahead. It was the way out. He swam with all his might, his little flippers a blur. He shot out of the cave and back into the bright open sea, with the angry roars of Tremor echoing behind him. Pippin swam away from the scary cave as fast as he could. He was tired and frightened. He found a small, floating piece of ice and climbed on top to rest. He was all alone in the big, wide ocean. Just then, a wrinkly, whiskered face popped out of the water beside him. It was a wise old seal named Silas. "Well now, little one," Silas said in a calm, gentle voice. "You seem to be in a bit of a hurry. Is something the matter?" Pippin, still shaking, told the seal all about the giant monster in the cave. Silas the seal listened patiently, nodding his wise old head. "Ah, you have met Tremor," he said. "He has a very loud roar, but a loud roar does not always mean a bad heart. Sometimes the scariest things are just misunderstood." Silas's kind words made Pippin feel a little better. "Being brave doesn't mean you are never scared," the seal continued. It means you do the right thing even when you are scared. Pippin thought about this. Maybe being brave wasn't about running away, but about understanding. Just then, a shimmering silver cloud moved through the water. It was a school of fish. They swam in perfect patterns, moving all together as one. Their leader, a smart fish named Finn, swam up to Pippin. "We saw what happened," Finn chirped. "That big monster is making our home shake. We must do something." The fish explained that they were good at working together. "When we swim together," Finn said, "we can look like one giant fish. We can trick anyone." This gave Pippin a brilliant idea. He had learned about courage from Silas, and now he was learning about teamwork from the fish. Pippin knew he couldn't go back to the penguin colony while Tremor was still angry. The monster might follow him and scare everyone. He had to face his fear. With his new friends by his side, he felt much braver. "Let's go back," Pippin declared. "But this time we won't run. We will work together. Silas, you are wise. Finn, you and your school are clever. Together we can find out why Tremor is so upset." The seal and the fish agreed. They formed a small, brave team, ready to face the giant monster of the deep. Pippin led his new friends back towards Tremor's cave. He was still a little scared, but he held the wise seal's words in his heart. The school of fish swam around him in a beautiful, sparkling formation. As they got closer, they heard a loud noise. But it wasn't a roar. It was a sad, rumbling sound like a lonely cry. Pippin swam to the mouth of the cave and peeked inside. He saw Tremor, the giant monster, bumping his head gently against the cave wall. He wasn't angry at all. He looked very, very sad. Pippin swam a little closer. He saw what the problem was. Tremor had a big, sharp piece of fallen ice stuck in his fin. It must have happened when the cave shook. Every time the monster moved, the ice hurt him. That was why he was roaring and making everything shake. He wasn't trying to be scary. He was in pain and asking for help. Pippin understood everything now. Tremor wasn't a monster. He was just a big creature who was hurt and alone. His fear turned into sympathy. Pippin knew what he had to do. He turned to Finn and the school of fish. "I have a plan," he chirped. "We need to work together." The fish listened closely. On Pippin's signal, the entire school of fish swam around Tremor's head, creating a beautiful, distracting dance of silver light. Tremor was so surprised by the pretty fish that he held very still. While the monster was distracted, Pippin bravely swam right up to the sore fin. With a strong push from his beak, he knocked the sharp piece of ice away. Freed from the painful ice, Tremor let out a soft, happy rumble. He looked at Pippin with his big, grateful eyes. He was not scary at all up close. Pippin had faced his fear and had made a new, giant friend. He led Tremor out of the cave and back to the penguin colony. At first, the other penguins were terrified, but Pippin explained that Tremor was not mean, just misunderstood. Tremor gave a gentle, friendly rumble, and soon all the penguins saw that he was a friend. Pippin was a hero, celebrated for his courage and kindness, proving that understanding can turn the biggest fears into the best of friendships.